we're going to make a basic graph in Logger Pro using some sample data. This sample data matches our wonderful lab guide without its extra data processing, just this basic bit here. Okay, so we're going to copy this data. It's our independent variable. Independent variable is on the x-axis on the bottom. So we go to Logger Pro, paste in just the numbers, not the heading. And then we go to the average. Now, the reason we do 3 trials is to calculate an average, because the average will be hopefully the best value, and that's what we're going to graph. Down here in the lab guide, this one was highlighted in yellow because it's actually a bad piece of data. It doesn't fit the pattern, so it's not included in the average. Let's paste in the average here, and we get this beautiful data, but this only says y and x. So we come up here, we double click on x, and we're going to type mass of object. That's the name. They're showing 1 letter ideally. You could put more, but 1 letter I think is good. M for mass, and the unit for mass was grams. Now the y, I forgot what it was. It was the lowest height of objects. Lowest height of object. There's h for height and units for centimeters. And now we got that. So we have this up here. If it's a straight line, we can click the straight line button. And this one probably is a straight line. But if it's not a straight line, we click this other button here. And we can try, oh, that's bad. Try different things. Linear, that's what we already did. Try this one. Ooh, looks kind of good. This one. I'm going to click the other ones. And some of them look like they match really well. Look at this, it matches the dots beautifully. But you know what? My dots aren't perfect. So this is wrong. Basically, you can never choose cubic, quartic, or quintic. If you do, they're incorrect. You need to try various things that aren't that. And hopefully you find one that you're happy with. This one, I think linear is actually pretty good. Okay. That's how we do the graph. Now, adding error bars to the graph is super easy, barely an inconvenience. So we're going to find the uncertainty here of mass is 0.01 grams. So we come here to mass, we double click here, we go to options, we go to error bars, and we're going to put in here the error cost is 0.01. And now these error bars are super tiny. We can't even see them because they're so small. Now for the height, 0.4 centimeters. Double click here. Error bar calculation, 0.4 centimeters. And then we get these little error bars. Since I got error bars, ideally I should double click the graph. And for graph options, I'm going to turn off point symbols. And we no longer need those circles. Also, I'm going to double click this graph to choose entire range. It's going to get rid of this little guy down there up at the top, so it draws a nicer line for us. Then I would just copy and paste this into whatever document I'm working on. I hope that helped.